gonna be a good one. Welcome in, guys. How are you? So if you're tuning in, you may know this, you may not know this, but I quit my job, my full-time corporate job, to become a streamer on Twitch. And here's how it's going. So I guess we should start with the story. I was working for a company that had acquired my previous company that I had been in for about a year. I was in digital marketing and I was getting along with my boss and my coworkers and everything like that. Then out of nowhere, COVID had hit and everybody reevaluated their lives and what they were doing. It gave us a lot of time to sit at home and really think about where we were in life and what was going on and how we were feeling and what we wanted to do in the long term. And being a 26-year-old with no kids, I really thought about my options, and I really got down to the point where I was thinking, am I really happy with my life? Do I enjoy what I'm doing? Is it making me feel fulfilled and satisfied every day? And it wasn't for a while that I really wanted to start making a change around that. And I was waking up every single day with anxiety about working, and at that point I was working from home. I was procrastinating a lot because I wasn't really passionate about what I was doing, and I wasn't really happy with what I was doing because I wasn't passionate about it. And at the end of the day I realized it was time to make a change, and it was right at the point in my job where I was starting to realize that I was either going to have to really commit to my job and really give it 100%, or I was going to have to walk away or probably be fired. So in August of 2020 I started streaming on Twitch, and it was an accident. People ask me all the time how I got started streaming. It was actually an accident. I had started playing Fall Guys, which was the big game at the time, and I was playing it on my boyfriend's PS4 during my lunch breaks at work. I accidentally hit the settings one day and it brought the panel up that says broadcast. And I was like, what does broadcast do? I have no idea what that is. So being the curious person that I am, I clicked on broadcast and it told me to make a Twitch account. And I had heard about Twitch here and there. I hadn't ever watched a stream on Twitch. I wasn't really into, like watching games on Twitch or anything like that, but I had heard about it. So I made a Twitch account and I went live for the first time, and it was weird. It was just me playing my game, and there was a little overlay that said like live and like how many people were in the stream and stuff like that. And slowly but surely I started narrating the game, getting more comfortable with it. I was streaming a lot more often and not focusing on my job, to the point where I would wake up every single day with anxiety about talking to my boss and talking to my coworkers, because I did feel that guilt of knowing that I was kind of doing something wrong. But I think it really started the questioning in my mind of, is this something that I want to do? As I had gone forward with streaming and done it more and more, I started to create a community, and I was at this point where I was about like 50 average viewers in, where I had to ask myself those hard questions about my job and what I was going to do and what the future looked like. And I figured it would be better for my mental health if I were to do something I love. And it was an honest question I had to ask, because in this day and age, money is very important, especially, long-term creating plans. If you're someone who is thinking about having children or going back to school or getting married, all of these huge life steps require, financial backing and require you to be, pretty secure financially in order to take those steps. So for me, it was something I had to really think about if it was something I wanted to risk in order to have happiness in my life. And I know a lot of people sit there at the office and daydream about doing something like that and streaming and stuff like that and figure it can never be a reality, but I would say that things are going well. I mean, the one thing you have to understand about Twitch is, yes, it's going to be stressful. It's something where your income is not fixed. It's something that changes month to month. And that was a huge adjustment for me to get used to, because somebody who was raised on the belief that you had to be financially stable to be successful and have financial stability. And at the end of the day, I think for me, what really made the difference was choosing happiness over money. And that's a question that a lot of us deal with on a day-to-day basis is, am I doing what I love? And if I am doing what I love, am I making enough money doing what I love? Am I making a lot of money but not doing what I love? And vice versa. If you don't have time to spend with your family or friends and spend money the way that you'd like to, then at the end of the day, in my opinion, and the way that I was looking at life, it wasn't worth it. And so for me, I had to make a very core fundamental decision of, do I want happiness over wealth? And I will say that there was a lot of things that I had in my life that are things that people don't have that, made this journey a lot easier. I do have a boyfriend who is financially stable. We live together and we share a house. So, if there's a month where I fall short, he can kind of helped me out there and stuff like that. So I do understand that this is not for everybody, and I wouldn't venture into this if you're somebody who has dependents, liabilities, a mortgage, and stuff like that. But it was something I realized in the moment that I could do, and we were able to financially take this risk. And the one thing I will say that has come out of it is I've created an amazing community of people that I wake up every morning excited to see and excited to talk to. I've created an amazing platform where I've really branded myself in a way that is set up for growth in the future. I've done all this stuff, and it's really given me a lot of happiness and joy, and it has made me feel satisfied and fulfilled in my life. And I really beg the question to those of you watching that are either considering, streaming full-time or quitting your job to do something you love. What you're doing now, is it something that is causing you a lot of stress and anxiety, and it's causing you to behave differently to your family, or lash out or do things like that? Or is it something that is providing you with this fulfillment and joy and satisfaction? And is it something that you want to do for the rest of your life? I know for me, I'm 26, and when I was in college, I had no idea what I wanted to do, and I just went to college because you're supposed to go to college. And at the end of the day, I think I kind of had to have this moment in my life where I really asked myself those hard questions of, looking at the path I was on and seeing if that's something that I wanted to continue doing, and if it was something that was sustainable for me in my life. And after asking myself that question time and time again and understanding that the answer was no, I really had to make a change. So where am I at today? When it comes to streaming, I feel really good. I'm hopeful for the future. There's a lot of growth. We just launched our stream team, which is really exciting. So if you are somebody who is a streamer that is looking for growth and networking and stuff like that, feel free to join our Discord and join our stream team, or apply for our stream team. Another point is obviously starting the YouTube and launching that, and making sure that we are creating content around streaming that can be beneficial and is honest and truthful. One of the things that I really want to do on this platform is show the honest side of streaming. A lot of people glorify streaming to be this amazing thing that's like really lucrative, and you can, make so much money doing it, and, you can, create this wonderful world. And it is. There's a huge part of streaming that is amazing, and it's an amazing way to connect with others and engage and really feel fulfilled at the end of the day, knowing that a lot of people look up to you as someone that, maybe had the courage to do something they couldn't, or that they financially are not able to do, or whatever it is. Because full-time streaming is not a joke. When it comes down to it, I think what I want to do is really make this channel about, the ups and downs of streaming, because there are both sides of it. I really do want to talk about that and what it takes to stream, the back end work of it, all of that. I know there's a lot of channels that discuss streaming and stuff like that, but I really want you guys to be able to see into this life, because there's a lot of things I wish I knew before I went full-time, but there's also a lot of things that I've gotten out of it that I wish I knew about those as well. And I really hope that by watching this channel and seeing, what really goes into streaming and the different sides of it, if you're at that point that I was at and making that major life change or that major life decision, that this can give you the full information to make that decision, or to step away from that decision and continue what you're doing, or look for something different. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you learned something, if you liked anything that we were talking about, if you enjoyed anything that was said, feel free to like and subscribe on YouTube, as this is obviously still just getting started. And feel free to follow me on Twitch. I go live Monday through Fridays at 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so you can find me there playing my pirate game, Sea of Thieves, which I love. I'll see you guys later. Bye!